Wizards, welcome back to today's lesson. Today's lesson is on heat transfer. Heating as a transfer of energy. It is very important to know that in science, heat and temperature are not the same thing. Heat is the transfer of thermal energy from a system to its surrounding or from one object to another as a result of a difference in temperature. Heat is measured in joules. This is because heat is a transfer of energy. Temperature is a measure of how hot or cold a substance feels and is measured in degrees Celsius. Temperature is a measure of the average kinetic energy of the particles in an object or system. We use a thermometer to measure the temperature of an object or substance. Now let's look at conductions. Conduction is the transfer of heat between solid objects that are in direct physical contact with each other. Heat energy can be transferred between different parts of an object or between objects that are touching each other. In conduction, the heat energy travels from the source of heat through the object or from the warmer object to the cooler object until they have the same temperature. Conduction usually takes place in solids. You experience heat transfer by conduction whenever you touch something that is hotter or colder than your skin, such as when you wash your hands in warm water. Now, convection. The particles of a liquid and a gas move around quite freely. This is why liquids and gas are called fluids. When a fluid is warmed up, the particles move around more quickly. The movement of the particles of a fluid makes them take up more space, and so the warm part of the fluid becomes lighter and rise. The cooler part of the fluid is now heavier, and so it sinks. In this way, heat is moved around in a liquid or a gas. Convection is the way heat energy flows through liquids and gases. Let's look at radiation as well, wizards. The sun's heat energy travels across empty space to the earth, mainly through radiation. Radiation is the transfer of heat energy by electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves are special types of waves that can transfer heat energy. There is an important difference between the way convection and conduction transfer heat and the way that radiation does. Conduction and convection transfer heat energy through matter, either a solid, liquid, or gas, but radiation transfer heat energy by waves, not by matter. Radiation does not require physical contact or movement of particles. This means that radiation can transfer heat energy in a vacuum. A vacuum is a space in which there is no matter at all, not even a gas. All hot objects radiate electromagnetic. When radiation waves come into contact with another object, the heat energy of the waves are passed on to that object. The object will absorb the radiation waves and become hot.